Yo, what is going on, guys? NRUK Racing League here, and welcome to Indianapolis for the Brickyard 400. It is a crown jewel race, a crown jewel event in the season, and it comes at race number 9 of the season. We're here from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. It's going to be fun, it's going to be action-packed. Who's going to take home, I think, what is the first crown jewel race of the season? Without further ado, let's get into your field of 42 and look at your starting lineup. On the pole then is the 83 of Diego Yepes, to the outside the 95 of William Seaman. Then we have the 78 of Artemi Fedorov. The 43 is Nicholas Wade. Then we have the 99 of Keith Stevens. The 5 of Joe Rutkowski. Then we have the 40 of Tyler Bradley. The 41 of Roger Ray. Then we have the 34 of Steve Larker. The 93 is Colton Yode. Then we have the 17 of Adam McDowell, the 9 of Zachary Fitzwater Sr. Then we have the 13 of Sebastian Kuklon, the 23 of Dash Baran. Then we have the 16 of Greg Lee, the 51 is Luke Rainey. Then we have the 38 of Carter Friesen, the 4 of Juan Garcia, the 2 is Alexander O. Then we have the 31 of Mark Milans, the 42 is Code Luigi. Then we have the 18 of TJ Smith, and the 47 of Mac Johnson, the 48 is Jay Jefferson. Then we have the 24 of Nathan Stapleton, the 87 of Larry Bouchard, the 55 of Joe Jefferson, the 30 is Derek Bouchard. Then we have the 20 of Anthony Charbois, the 15 of Mathis Wells, the 21 is Derek Hamill. Then we have the 26 of Kaylee Baran, the 10 is Luigi Octavo, the 7 is Logan Cloud. Then we have the 27 of Phoebe Iwata, the 36 of Tim Randolph, the 88 of Max Anderson, the 1 of Landon Lyons, the 11 is Mike McDonald, the 14 is Ethan Strite. Then we have the 3 of William Bulin, and the 22 is Marcus Sachi. Here we go then, field of 42. Battling it out to be crowned the first crown jewel race winner this season. Last time this race happened, Roger A won it. He won the inaugural one in the NRUK. Can he get back to victory lane? He's starting on the 4th row, but it is anyone's to win. Just got to stay out of trouble, time it right, and be there at the end. Diego Yepes and William Seaman on the front row, with Fedorov, Wade, Stevens and Rutkowski behind them. And they come on to the long front stretch at Indianapolis. Here we go. We're going to get racing here in the NRUK Cup Series for the 8th time this season. Or 9th time this season, sorry. Coming to the line. Green flag in the air. We're racing in the Brickyard 400. Both drivers neck and neck into turn 1. They will go. Seaman, though, will have a slight disadvantage on the inside. Yepes to the front and to the lead at Indianapolis. Can he clear the 95 on the high side? Down the backstretch, they will race. He does. Here we see the rest of them jostling down the backstretch. All 42 cars shuffling in the pack. Into turns 3 and 4, they will go. Yepes and Seaman clear. The front 2 leading the way so far. On that inside lane behind them, Fedorov and Stevens. But it's the front 2 have got a slight gap over the rest of the field right now. Off the turn, they will race. Down the front stretch, they will go. Lap number 1 here at Indianapolis, going to be led by pole sitter Diego Yepes in the 83. But Seaman going to look to challenge down low. Here he comes in the 95. Towards the inside lane, the 95, Keith William Seaman to the lead at Indianapolis. He is followed through by Keith Stevens and Tyler Bradley, who are looking to maybe force their way up to the front. Here comes Season 1 champion Keith Stevens to the front at Indianapolis, looking for his second win of the season already. He's had an alright defence of his title. Still has a big possibility of winning the chase so far. Bradley on that inside lane, and Steve Larker, who's also on this season. Down the front stretch, they race. Keith Stevens out in front, going to lead the second lap of the day here. Behind them, though, Tyler Bradley and Steve Larker trying to maybe challenge him, trying to force him into mistake, get to the lead. Larker will clear though for second. He has help from another Ford behind him. That's Adam McDowell racing in the 17. So a few of the Roush Fenway cars coming up towards the front pretty early on here. Maybe trying to find their way to the front. Here comes Adam McDowell to the inside. Can he challenge for the lead? He tries it, but Stevens does well. Does a good job blocking low. McDowell now forced onto the high side. Here comes Sebastian Kukulon, last race winner at Dover, looking to go back-to-back in the Cup Series. Down the front stretch they will go. Stevens, who has a pretty nice advantage right now. He's going to lead his second lap of the day. Stevens out in front. Will McDowell, or his teammate Adam McDowell, be able to clear for second? He will. On that inside, we see Kukulon, Friesen, Mark Milans, Fedorov and TJ Smith. A few drivers in there have already got a win this season. They're looking for their second win, trying to boost their chances of getting maybe a wildcard spot. And they're wrecking behind them. Dash Brown and Luke Rainey have gone around. And they are wrecking. Rainey, Baran and Strite were the worst of it. Tim Randolph maybe has damage. The rest of them get away unscathed. But Luke Rainey's season goes downhill from there. Dash Baran collected while this was happening as well as Ethan Strite coming back to the line. Stevens will lead out front from Kukulon in second. But the first caution of the day comes out and they're wrecking again. Do they wreck again? I think they did. Octavo, Kaylee Baran and Derek Hamill this time. So it looks like we have two separate instances here. Luke Rainey goes around and his season is just not going well for this 51 team. Let's see how it happened. So this happened right at the back here. Juan Garcia, Ethan Strite and Marcus Sacchi battling for position. They went 3 wide behind them. And Sacchi and Strite get hooked together here, coming out the turn. They just get hooked to the inside. Strite goes. He does a good job of saving it off the wall, but of course did not slow it down. Got in the grass and just kept on going. Up the track he goes. Collects Baran there. Baran hard up into the inside wall, and as he comes back around, collects Luke Rainey in the 51. Around they will both go, and that probably ends any realistic chances of them winning the race today. It's gone board with Luke. Just had a poor season. His hopes already look pretty much over. It's not been good for the 51 team. Caught up in another wreck today. You can see coming through the turn. Almost had it. He just gets clipped there and then turned around there. Strite hits the wall and goes around. More bad luck for Luke Rainey in the Cup Series. He is not having the greatest of seasons. That wasn't the only incident though. There was another one here between the 10 of Luigi Octavo. No, that's Mike McDonald. Great. See, he was coming out the turn here with Max Anderson, Mike McDonald and Diego Yepes. I think it looked like it was him that was involved. Gets touched there by Anderson up into the 95 of Seaman. Seaman goes around, saves it. Octavo, however, couldn't. Comes back down into Derek Hamill. There's the link between Baran, Greg Lee with big damage as well. So another 4-car incident happening there. I think Hamill got the worst of it. Up in the air, the 21 goes. See, just racing out the turn hard, and it just was not going to end well. Up into the air he goes. Hard links for all of those drivers as well. You see here, Greg Lee with some big damage here. I'm going to go up here because they almost went 4 wide and I was scared they were going to wreck, but they sort out between them. So 2 separate incidents. Take out a few drivers here at Indianapolis. We'll join you back at the restart. Here we go, and coming back to restart on lap number 9. Not surprisingly, no drivers taken out from that wreck, but there's definitely a few damaged people that will be off the pace. If we have a long green flag stint, they could come into factor come towards the end of the race. Top 10 then, looks like this. Keith Stevens out in front. He's led a lot of the laps today, all but the first actually. He's in first. Second, Sebastian Kukulon, last time's race winner. Third is Carter Friesen. Fourth, TJ Smith. Fifth is Adam McDowell. Sixth, Mac Johnson. Seventh is Mark Milans. Eighth, Steve Larker. 9th is Joe Rutkowski, and 10th is Zachary Fitzwater Sr. Can Stevens get a second win of the year? Same can be said for Kukulon, looking to go back to back. A long way to go yet though. Who can come up towards the front here at Indianapolis? Pace car pulls down pit lane. We're going to get restarted for the first time today. As there's 2 wrecks bring out the first caution. We're going to get back underway. And they come to the start line. Green flag flies again. We're back racing. A decent start from Stevens in that 99. Friesen drops down low on Kukulon. Looking for second. He forces the 38. Ford down there. Can he clear him? TJ Smith now will join him. Kukulon shuffled out towards the high line. Not where you want to be here at Indianapolis. Down the backstretch they will go. Here comes Carter Friesen in the 38. He has the help from the majority of cars. It's going to blow past the dominant leader so far anyway. Keith Stevens to lead. Carter Friesen in the 38 out in front at Indianapolis. Will his lead last long though? Because here comes TJ Smith towards the inside. But he does block and clear him for now. Down the front stretch they will go. Friesen and Smith get clear of the pack. Friesen going to lead his first lap of the day. Can Smith though look to challenge for the lead? Here he comes, the 18. TJ Smith towards the inside lane. So the rest of the pack shuffle behind them. Stevens has got back down towards the inside. Friesen now shuffled up high. Smith to the lead. Oh, and a massive crash. Horrible impact. A huge crash. Artemi Fedorov around. And the huge one. And that is a horrible hit. Might want to say surprises, guys, because that was a terrible wreck. Artemi Fedorov. Which was a horrible impact. Roush Fenway Racing, Stevens and McDowell come back to the strike 1-2. But Artemi Fedorov with one of the worst crashes seen in NR history. And that is a horrible, horrible sight to see. We hope Fedorov is alright. Medical teams will attend to him now. And just a horrible impact. Let's see how this one happened. Just brace yourselves, guys, for this, because this is a horrible, horrible crash. Fedorov shuffled out towards the high lane. Here is Roger Ray and Marcus Sacchi on the inside lane. Through the turn they go. 3 wide. Ray gets tight. There's contact there. Sacchi thinks he has a run on the inside. And look at that. Head on into the wall. And down the backstretch. Fedorov goes tumbling. Hard. Some others getting taken out there. There's Stapleton, Yo, Jefferson, Max Anderson torn up. Tim Randolph going around. But you want to say some prayers here because it is one of the hardest impacts we've ever seen. See from this camera angle running through the turn. Just get hooked together and look at that. Huge crash. He goes tumbling end over end. Then gets down through the grass. He will go. And that's where he tumbles even more to come back to rest on all 4 wheels. But it's not what we wanted to see. And definitely a hard impact. It's gone board with some of the others. Joe Jefferson, his day is over. His chance to win the Brickyard 400 is gone. He had a pretty hard impact as well. Let's go on board with him. You'll see racing through the turn. This happened behind them. Anderson gets shot into him and a huge impact on the inside wall for Jefferson. He has just as hard a hit for Fedorov. The initial impact there. Huge on the 55. He's alright. Tim Randolph. Couldn't do much to avoid this. There's Roger Ray. Tries and gets it around, but there's Jay Jefferson involved. They just all get into contact with each other, and it's just a horrible, horrible wreck. Not what anyone wanted to see. Roger Ray, last year's Brickyard winner, will not be going back to victory lane because of this horrible wreck here. See, collects Colton Yo as well. Yo goes around your points leader. Torn up, and these guys come flying in here at pretty fast speeds. They were very lucky not to hit anything. They did a pretty nice job of slowing it down eventually. That's going to take out a lot more people than the first wreck, and we hope Fedorov's okay. We should have a report from the end of the race from him. Catch you back at the restart. Let's see who's going to go on to win the race. Here we go then, coming back to restart on lap number 15. Joe Jefferson, Roger Ray and Artemi Fedorov out from the race after crashing out. So we have 39 cars left. I doubt they'll be slow enough to cause any lap cars issues with the amount of laps we have left. It's only a short way to go, so short few couple laps here to decide your winner. Top 10 then, Stevens in first, second McDowell, third is Mac Johnson, fourth TJ Smith, fifth Steve Larker, sixth Carter Friesen, seventh is Anthony Charbois, eighth Mark Malans, ninth Zachary Fitzwater Sr. and 10th is Tyler Bradley. This could most likely be the last restart of the day. Here we come. Pace cars down pit lane. Will this be the last restart? Probably, but we still don't know about that yet. Keith Stevens leads teammate Alan McDowell back to the green flag is out. We're back racing. And both Roush Fenway cars get a fantastic start. But Johnson trying to keep with them. The front three off the turn. They will go. Stevens blocks down low. Mac Johnson forces the issue down on the inside lane with TJ Smith. Friesen also down there. Charbois down there. A lot of drivers still in contention to win this race. Stevens blocks down low. Through turns 3 and 4 this time. Stevens definitely had the best car of the day. He has been dominant up front. That 99 Ford Fusion tuned to perfection. It'll be a bit unlucky if anyone steals the race win away from him. Down the front stretch they go. It's Stevens and Smith out in front. Here comes Friesen, Charbois, Zachary Fitzwater Sr. also making himself aware down on that inside lane. 5 to go now at Indianapolis. TJ Smith trying to make the move. I believe if the caution comes out now, first driver to make it back in first will be your winner. But still, you've got to try and get to the front. Here comes Charbois, TJ Smith's teammate, making a big move late on with help from Fitzwater. Big move from Antonin Charbois. Can he now hunt down the 99? The 99, though, looking too strong right now. They're going to have to do something incredible to try and grab the win away from Stevens. Here comes Charbois. Fitzwater to the inside. Tyler Bradley is also there. But can anyone beat the 99 of Keith Stevens? Charbois up to the back bumper. Fitzwater now making himself aware with 4 to go on the inside. Here comes Zachary Fitzwater Sr., who struggled so much in NRUK. Can he finally get his first win today? He has help from Tyler Bradley and Mike McDonald on the inside lane. Through the turn they go. Fitzwater to the inside and to the lead at Indianapolis. Fitzwater's going to get it. Rukowski swipes the wall on the outside. That's going to probably ruin his chances of winning. But now Fitzwater moves up high. Here comes Tyler Bradley through in the 40. Mike McDonald there. Kukul on there. Fitzwater leads that lap. But now here comes Tyler Bradley in the 40. Pushed by Joe Gibbs, number 11. Mike McDonald currently struggling. Down in the bottom in points. It's just a matter of getting a win on the board for that team. Here he comes. The 11 gets forced up high. Sebastian Kukulon trying to go for back-to-back wins in the Cup Series. Here he comes with a charge in the 13. TJ Smith back up to the front. Paul City Pez is there. Through they turn they go. Kukulon now to the point again at Indianapolis. But which driver is going to time it right? Still all to play for. Both lines thundering down the front stretch. 2 to go. Kukulon and Bradley almost side by side coming to the line that time. Can TJ Smith get back out towards the front? Couldn't quite see it this time. Here he comes though, the 18. Does get down to the inside. Who is going to win it? Yepes and McDowell behind them. Bouchard is there as well. Into turns 3 and 4 they go. Kukulon shuffled up high. TJ Smith to the lead at Indianapolis. Yepes and McDowell fighting for second. Through turns 3 and 4. Down the front stretch they will go. Yepes pulls low for the lead. And the lap car there, that's Stapleton. White flag is out. Brickyard 400, final lap is underway. TJ Smith takes in the lead. But here comes Diego Yepes to the inside with a huge run. Your pole sitter out in front. Will they catch the lap car? If they do, it could be interesting. Down the backstretch they go. Yepes moves up high. Comes Derek Bouchard in the 30. Derek Bouchard out in front with Mark Milans and Co Luigi helping him. But they're catching the lap car of Stapleton fast. Where's the 24 going to go? Who's he going to block? He blocks the high lane. Big wreck behind them with Kukulon and Johnson. The front two are clear. Bouchard and Milans. Both clear of the pack. Does Milans drop down low? He does it, but it's too late. Derek Bouchard is going to win the Brickyard 400 at Indianapolis. And a dramatic ending to the crown jewel race. Derek Bouchard is going to win it. Mark Milans looked, but he could not find it. And Derek Bouchard is going to victory lane. For the first time in NRUK, he wins it. But a massive wreck after lap cars take out a lot of drivers there at the finish. I think it wasn't actually Matt Johnson. I got confused with last season. It was actually, in fact, Larry Bouchard and Sebastian Kukulon that went around. Let's go check out the last recap. And lap cars held up Yepes and his challenge for the win. But congrats to Derek Bouchard on the win. My apologies, it wasn't Matt Johnson. It was actually Larry Bouchard and Kukulon got mixed up with last year. Through the turn they come then. Logan Cloud forced into the inside. Kukulon had a run. They both get stuck together. Around they go. Kukulon gets turned around. There's Iwata hitting the 87. And luckily the rest of the drivers actually do a fantastic job of saving it and missing both of these drivers right here. See a big jostle for position there. But this was all happening behind the 30 of Derek Bouchard, who comes along to win his first NRUK race here at the Brickyard. He'll be kissing the bricks today. Let's go check out the finishing results and the standings. Here are the results from the Brickyard 400 at Indianapolis. 3 caution flags for 8 laps and 7 lead changes between 7 different drivers. Derek Bouchard leads only 1 lap, but that was the last lap, the most important one. He wins over Mark Milans in second. Third for your pole sitter, Diego Yepes. Fourth, TJ Smith, a good 5th. Co Luigi. 6th is Steve Larker. 7th, Adam McDowell. 8th is William Bulin. 9th, Logan Clallan. Running out your top 10, Nicholas Wade. You see the rest of the field. Carter Friesen finishes 12th. Keith Stevens, who was dominant, finishes 15th. Gets the bonus points for leading 14 of 20 laps. Who were disappointed with that. Fitzwater and Rutkowski and Seaman and Charbar. All these probably could have thought they could have had a better finish. They finished in the bottom half of the top 20 today. See the rest of the field. Kukulon, 24th in the end. Some of the drivers off the pace. Stapleton held them up. Fedorov, Ray and Joe Jefferson taken out due to accidents. Standings now look like this. After 9 races, Derek Bouchard is actually your points leader now. In first, second is Logan Cloud. Third, Colton Yo. Fourth is Max Anderson. Fifth, Joe Rutkowski. Sixth is Greg Lee. Seventh, Derek Hamill. Eighth is Nicholas Wade. Ninth, Alan McDowell. And 10th is Keith Stevens. Currently, in on wildcard spots, Steve Larker and Jay Jefferson, but only 118 points separates first from 10th, so it's anyone's to play for so far. The rest of the standings, Mark Milan's kind of could fancy himself for a run at the wildcard spot. He is in 16th. Down here, we see the rest of the field. Kukulon needs to better his results to try and stand the chance of getting the chase. He can still make it pretty easily. Down here, the rest of these guys kind of needing a win. Tim Randolph also needing some good results, but still all open to play for just yet. Go down, seeing the rest of the field. Landon Lyons once again struggling. Luke Rainey struggling, and Mike McDonald not having the seasons that they wanted. Next time then, we're going out to Auto Club for the Auto Club 500. That is going to be a very interesting and dramatic race. We'll see you then. Thank you for watching this minute NRUK, and we'll see you at the next race. Bye-bye.